How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Esports Talk, and Valorant is turning out to be just as big as we thought it was going to be. It already broke records on Twitch, and there's already big orgs signing players for this game, even though it's still in beta. And up until now, we haven't really known exactly how Valorant's esports scene would work, but Riot have come out with their plans for it, and from my perspective at least, it seems like they're taking a pretty good approach for it. So let's get into it and look at what they've got cooked up. To start, there's 3 principles that they want Valorant's esports scene to follow: competitive integrity, accessibility, and authenticity. This means that they want to make sure that this game is based off of skill. There's no third-party involvement, there's no cheating, and they want to make sure that anyone is able to watch it, and they want Valorant's esports scene to grow with the community. So we should be able to expect some fresh new faces and talents to enter the scene, and they're not trying to force anything too quickly. So they'll be focusing on partnerships with players, tournament organizers, and devs to make the scene grow organically. But keep in mind those 2 words, tournament organizers, and the fact that Riot says that they don't want to force anything too quickly, because Riot apparently does not plan on running Valorant how they did League. You know, they want several different organizers to run this game, similar to how CSGO does it with FACEIT, ESL, DreamHack, and we could probably expect some of those same tournament organizers to probably take place in Valorant. You know, I'm sure we'll see some ESL or some DreamHack circuits for Valorant, and Riot actually gave us a chart that outlines the different types of tournaments for this game. There's small tournaments, medium tournaments, and major tournaments. So the small tournaments will be locally run, like ones you find at gaming cafes or local event centers with limited prize pools, non-international play, and no intervention from Riot. And the medium tournaments would be run by orgs and businesses with a maximum prize pool of $50,000, and Riot's regional Valorant esports team might be the one helping with these. And then there's the major tournaments, which will be run by organizers like ESL, DreamHack, OGN, you know, all those big TOs. And this is essentially the big leagues. It's where we'll see professional teams like T1 or Liquid playing, and Riot's global Valorant esports team will help with these ones. But like I mentioned earlier, Riot says that they don't plan on making Valorant's esports scene like leagues. And if you're unfamiliar, it's pretty similar to sports like the NFL and NBA, where they've got franchise teams that are backed by investors, and those teams actually have to buy spots in the league to participate in it. It's going to be more so dependent on us as the community to actually develop the scene. So that way it's easier to get into, which goes by their accessibility principle, because they want Valorant esports to be run by us. Though Riot still plans on sanctioning some of these tournaments because they want to make sure it's all cohesive and there's no issues like overlapping tournaments or overlapping broadcasts, stuff like that. And we've already seen a tournament for this game before the game was even released. We already talked about it here on the channel too, is the 100 Thieves Invitational that Jake talked about, which is already an example of how Riot is taking their hands off the wheel and letting us drive the boat. But the primary concern is just whether or not Riot is going to keep this mindset, because they say that they won't be franchising the scene. But if it comes down to it, you know, what if they don't like the way that tournament organizers are running things and they decide to step back in and take control? Will we be looking at a franchised Valorant league in the future, or is Riot actually going to stick to their guns and let us do this naturally grown esports scene that we're all kind of hoping for? And I ask that because there are very mixed opinions about franchising. Some people dislike it for many reasons. The one, or at least the primary one, is that it's harder for new and fresh talent to enter the scene, and some like it because it provides those players and teams theoretically much more stable positions and careers within the league and within the esports scene. But how do you guys feel about this? How do you guys feel about franchising, and how do you guys like or dislike even this direction that Riot is taking with their esports scene for Valorant? Let me know down below, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all very soon, so take it easy, have a wonderful day, and be safe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.